Welcome to the talk show, The Journey to Cần Thơ. The show brings images of Cần Thơ city as well as shares the activities and work of the people who are close-knit and developing in Cần Thơ land. Before the show, we invite you to view some images of Cái Răng floating market and welcome the guests to today's show.
The new Miss Intercontinential 2022 goes to Vietnam!
Surpassing the remaining 70 contestants, Vietnam's representative Lê Nguyễn Bảo Ngọc excellently won the top position of Miss Intercontinential 2022. With the radiant charisma and confident spirit, Bảo Ngọc conquered the judges through the competitions and advanced to the next round. In the behavioral competition, she had a convincing answer to the question asked by the judges.
From which failure in your life have you learned the most?
Ladies and gentlemen, for me, my biggest failure does not lie on the failure itself, but the fact that I might not have tried enough and did not try my best, that lead to the failure. So, therefore, in my life, I have learned to with whatever I do, I must put my heart and soul into it. I must invest my 100%, all that I have, into whatever I was doing. And for me, at this given moment, the thing that I want to conquer the most is to live up to the title Miss Intercontinental. And to do that, I have made a promise with my people in Vietnam, is that I'm gonna be the ambassador to bring and spread and elaborate the message of Miss Intercontinental, of power, beauty, of love, of grace, and of cultural integration. That is who I am, and I am ready. The time has come, and Vietnam is ready for the title Miss Intercontinental!
Lê Nguyễn Bảo Ngọc was born in 2001 from Cad NTHiu City. She is a student at Ho Chi Minh City International University. She won the title of first runner-up at Miss World Vietnam 2022 and was crowned Miss Intercontinental 2022 as a worthy reward for her efforts. Miss Bảo Ngọc had a committed to her beloved Cần Thơ after being crowned. After arriving at the familiar place, she introduced her hometown in English and Vietnamese languages about the Cái Răng floating market. This is a place that recorded many cultural imprints and many memories when she implemented several environmental projects here.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cad NTHiu City. I'm in Cad NTHiu Floating Market, which is a very popular destination in Cad NTHiu. And this is also where I started all of my environmental projects and more. So let's follow Bảo Ngọc to go to Cad NTHiu Floating Market and let's see how the life of the people, they live here and they sell and also they do their, their user and daily life here. Let's go everyone!
Cần Thơ Việt Nam, Cần Thơ Việt Nam.
In addition, Bảo Ngọc also had an exchange session with Tây Đô University students, visit and give gifts to children at the Social Work Center. Possessing a series of great achievements in a short time, Lê Nguyễn Bảo Ngọc deserved the title of warrior in the Vietnam runner-up pageant. It will be a wonderful journey for Cần Thơ girl. Let's accompany and support Ngọc wonderful activities.
After watching the clip just now, surely we can partly guess the guest for today's show. She is Lê Nguyễn Bảo Ngọc, Miss Intercontinential 2022. Hello Bảo Ngọc.
Hello Ms. Hoàng and also hello to the viewers of Cad NTHiu television station. Bảo Ngọc is very honored to be here to share and interact with not only Ms. Hoàng but also the audiences here. I hope we will have a warm and wonderful time together.
Can you share a little little bit about the activities on your homecoming journey?
Also, sharing with Miss Huang, I have also gone to the floating market many times because I also have a few community projects in the floating market. And when I come back today, I have to say it feels different because it's not just me but also the big Sang Vang family, and at the same time my family and fans. So I'm very grateful to everyone who took the time and cared to come and pick me up. Such a very special sense.
How long has it been since you were crowned?
It's been a long time since I was not only crowded Miss Intercontinential, but also since I competed in Miss World Vietnam. It was quite a long journey, and I didn't have much time to go home. Actually, when I returned to Cần Thơ today, what surprised me was that although the feeling of coming here was still the same as before, the scenery and people had also changed a bit. I see Cần Thơ more developed and prosperous. In the past, I have come home, but I haven't had such a warm welcome. But today, I find that the people of Cần Thơ are really warm. I have traveled to many places, but coming back to Cần Thơ is the place where when I return, I feel like this is my hometown.
Throughout your journey, were there any interesting events or stories?
Going to the floating market is what I call floating on the river for quite a while. I'm also very happy that I'm a connection to bring the contestants of Sang Vang and the contestants of Miss Intercontinential together with me on the beauty pageant journey to Cần Thơ. It seems that I also have faith when I'm the first person to take them to the floating market. Some of them have already been to Cần Thơ but have not had the opportunity to visit the floating market and enjoy the spontaneous and unique features of the floating market. What I found most impressive was having breakfast on the boat. It was also very funny when there were friends who were not used to traveling on boats, so they kept getting seasick, the other friends said, and ate deliciously while the seasick friends tried to hold on to the boat. Besides, the boat women were also very funny. Sometimes the boat women rowed faster and then suddenly slowed down, and then my friends kept swaying back and forth. I also saw many scenic spots and trading activities on boats because we also went early in the morning. I was warmly welcomed by the people of Cần Thơ as well as my fans who gave me snacks and fruits. I introduced to my friends a unique feature of the floating market, which is that whatever people can, they will sell. I saw everyone enjoying it and they were like, wow, Cần Thơ people are simple, they have a lot of cuteness.
As a native of Cần Thơ yourself, what do you love most about this city?
I love everything about Cần Thơ. Every time I go somewhere else, the food here is what I miss the most because I told my friends that Cần Thơ food is not only delicious but also cheap, especially now that I'm near Ninh Kiều. Every night there are food streets, trading activities, fairs and night markets. In general, it's very bustling. For me, when I was young, I often went to those places, sometimes with my parents. Because going with my parents, I would sweep the pedestrian street and the entire culinary street. And even though I say I love the landscapes here and the cuisine here, I think the thing I miss most when I'm not in Cần Thơ is still the people of Cần Thơ and the people of the Western in general. They are country feel and simple. Wherever I go, I see friends and acquaintances from many regions abroad. The country acknowledging that. Actually, when I returned to Cần Thơ, I thought, wow, it's been a long time since I met such lovely people.
Please share about your favorite dish or place in Cần Thơ.
As for my favorite place, I have a pretty special place in my heart. Although it's not a very popular place to hang out, I really like going to watch the sunset on the Cần Thơ Bridge. When I came here yesterday, I also introduced to everyone that when going from Hồ Chí Minh to Cần Thơ, we will pass Cần Thơ Bridge, and I shared that around 5 to 6 p.m. when the sunset falls, it's very beautiful. There are many times when I'm on a business trip or coming home from school in Ho Chi Minh City, and when I pass the bridge at that time, I feel, my God, Cần Thơ has such a wonderful sense. Sometimes the little things make me feel happy. If I have already named a place, then come to a dish. Besides the rice cooked by Mom, my favorite dish is the special dish that I cannot forget, that Dutch wood fermented bean curd hot pot, cylinder sticky rice cake, Vietnamese crab, and more. At first, I was thinking of mentioning just one dish, but the food is really so delicious. I can't mention just one dish. It's not over until tomorrow. In the past, when I was crowned and before I was nominated for the international competition, I brought a few hundred dead cases from Cần Thơ to give to my friends and brothers and sisters. I think in addition to everyone embracing me with my hate, dead cake is also a dish that makes them linger, because every time I meet everyone, they ask, when will you be able to buy dead cake again? So delicious.
How many days will you stay in Cần Thơ, and have you spent much time with your family yet?
This time is quite a pity because I won't be able to stay home for a few days. I also have a lot of schedules, and there are many things that need to be planned and prepared. This time I probably stay for 2 days. Last time once I returned after about 3 or 4 days. I could count each what was mixing in my heart, including the food and seeing the atmosphere of my family in Cần Thơ. But this time it was too short. However, this time I returned, I received so much love and so much welcome from everyone. I think it was worth it.
So this time returning with an international title, is the welcome from everyone any different than before? Surely it's different, right?
It's definitely different. I think all love is love. Now I just have more and more people showing that love to me. As for the title, I really just want to tell everyone here, especially the audience watching the TV and those who supported me, that this title is not for myself but for the whole Cần Thơ city and for everyone in Vietnam. So this is a victory for us, and I'm really happy when everyone also exudes that bright and joyful Ngọc.
Actually, Cần Thơ people like us and Vietnamese people in general are very proud of you for bringing a very great title that's not only for yourself but also for all of us, right? Then, please share a bit about your journey during the international competition. As far as I know, you didn't have much time to prepare for the competition, did you? So what was your motivation and what did you equip yourself in that competition?
I think in terms of time is both an advantage and disadvantage. As for the advantage, if I take the competition immediately after being crowned, I still retain my enthusiasm and somewhat of my excitement. But everyone knows the disadvantage is the preparation time. Actually, it was not a bad idea to prepare within 1 month, because during that time I still had to do other activities. Because I had just been crowned first runner-up Miss World Vietnam, it took me less than 2 weeks to prepare, and I had to do everything from training to very small logistic tasks, from packing luggage to seeing what I need and booking plane tickets. Well, it's so a lot of things. It's not like I just pick up my bag and do well in the competition or just look pretty. So I feel that somehow I'm lucky to have the companionship of the team. It's actually about the physical part, but the spiritual part is the most important thing, to have the best mindset to enter the competition. I feel it's thanks to everyone's support, encouragement, and always been by my side from the people of Cần Thơ. I'm from Cần Thơ, so I feel like I always have strength within me. On the day of the national costume performance, even though I was not performing the national costume of the Western or Cần Thơ, at that moment I still felt the national spirit offer up. Even though there were some incidents on stage, at that time I remember my hometown and my people at home. I felt like I was given strength from Cần Thơ to Egypt.
What other activities and plans do you have in the future to promote domestically as well as abroad?
I think it's never too late to do activities to promote culture or promote love and people in Cần Thơ. Last time I had a volunteer project here, and I also saw that it was something that I was very interested in. I also wanted to have more for my homeland. When I went to the university, I shared that I actually grew up in Cần Thơ from childhood to adulthood, and that I grew up in the best things in Cần Thơ. However, when I volunteered, I saw that in fact, in my hometown, there are still many difficult things and hidden corners. I want to be a person who brings these situations to light so that everyone can receive good things and receive more support like me. At the same time, I also feel when I come back to the floating market, I see the excitement of my friends. The first time I went to the floating market, I was surprised because I'm also a person who can introduce culture to my friends. I also thinking about I can spread the culture of Cần Thơ. How can I represent the beauty of Cần Thơ to bring not only domestic friends but also international friends? When I didn't take the competition, maybe a year or 2 years ago, I was able to connect with my friends who also had the same love for the environment and love for the homeland as me, so I started a club. The project is Green River. The initial goal of our project was to reduce plastic waste on the river, especially in the Karang floating market. I also know that Karang floating market is a broad cultural spot in Cần Thơ because the tourism activities sometimes rise from tourism and daily life will pollute the river. And that was what we were still worried about because we wanted our culture to be promoted, and at the same time the pure natural beauty of our homeland must be retained. That's the reason why we created the Green River project. In the past, we also had initiatives such as initiatives on trash removal programs, some machines and equipment to help make the river cleaner and more beautiful. Most recently, in addition to my project, I also saw that there was an international project that went to Cần Thơ and also had the garbage cleaning machine to help keep the river clean and beautiful and green. Those are also the things I want to do and the things my project wants to connect with, and also want to find ways to spread my mission more and take more practical actions. I hope everyone can accompany the project.
Before the end of this show, as a child of Cần Thơ, do you have any messages to send to your fellow country people and those who are watching the show?
Bảo Ngọc would like to send my most sincere thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's been a long time since I've been back to my hometown, but I still see the love, welcome and hospitality of everyone who is still there, and that's also what I keep in my heart. Whenever I go, I say how wonderful and lovely Cần Thơ people are.
Once again, I would like to welcome you back to our Cần Thơ and hope that in the upcoming journeys that you take, you will always receive a lot of welcome, companionship and love from everyone.
Thank Miss Wang, thanks to the Cần Thơ radio and television station, and also thank audiences for always welcoming and supporting me. I hope everyone will always accompany my journey and also with Cần Thơ radio and television station. Thanks.
In the remaining few minutes of the show, let's enjoy the panoramic view of Cần Thơ City from high up above.
Trên cao nhé.